Have you ever asked yourself, how can I create a Facebook lead ad? Well, I hope so, because that's what this video is about. Let's begin. Hey atop, if we're just meeting, welcome to the channel that brings actionable content to grow your business through online marketing. So if that sounds beneficial, consider subscribing. Question of the day, are you using Facebook lead ads in your business? Let me know in the comment section down below. A lead ad, or a lead generation campaign as it's formally known, is one of the 11 objective Facebook campaigns that Facebook gives you to advertise your business. And in my opinion, it's the simplest way to get started with Facebook ads, as you only need one URL to get started, and that's your privacy link. Outside of its simplicity, another benefit to lead ads is that you're keeping people on the Facebook platform. People are still risk averse to being redirected off to a landing page or to a website, so they bounce right back to Facebook. So the fact that you're keeping them on the platform is a plus. Now don't mishear me, this doesn't apply to everyone, nor does it render the other 10 Facebook campaign types obsolete. They still have their place. And the last technical benefit that I want to highlight with lead ads is that when somebody clicks on your ad, their information that they provided to Facebook is pre-populated. So that includes their name, their email, their phone number, along with some other information that they provided to Facebook. Now, regardless of the type of campaign that you launch, understand that your ad needs to have a strong call to action. You want to give people a reason to reach out to you. This includes you providing that reason. Provide that strong lead magnet or incentive for people to give you their contact information. Provide a lead magnet that's so powerful that they're willingly going to give you their email, their phone number, their date of birth, their name, their anything that you ask for. Provide such value that people can't wait to give you their contact information just so they get their hands on what you're offering. Before we get to the ads manager to create the lead campaign, I want to show you what your business page is capable of. So here we're in one of the business pages that I have, and I'm going to go to more, go to publishing tools, and you're going to see a tab that most people are unaware that even exists, and that is the lead ad forms. So you have three tabs here. You have the forms library, all the forms that you've created. Then you have draft forms. So if you want to start a form but are not able to finish it, then you can save it in drafts. And then the leads setup. You can connect a CRM of your choosing. As long as they have a direct connection to Facebook, you're able to create that direct connection. So as soon as you get leads in the lead generation campaign, the one that we're going to create today, they'll go automatically into your CRM. So this is where you would go to find your CRM, make the connection if it has a direct connection to Facebook, and then managing your leads. So for me, I've connected Zapier, which acts as my highway to all of my CRMs that I have. Zapier is not a CRM in and of itself. It's just a connection between different websites to another. So it's a way to automate certain aspects of your business. So for this example, or for the leads that I generate, I have Zapier going to KV Core, which is now my CRM. It used to connect Facebook to my LionDesk account, which I no longer use LionDesk. All right, so going over to the forms library, something very important to note outside of the ability to see all of the forms that you've created is whenever you're running multiple campaigns and running multiple ad sets, it's very convenient to come here and download all your leads at once rather than going line by line, going to every single ad set and downloading and dealing with multiple CSV files. Here you can download all of them at once. Now, something very important about this is leads will be available for download for up to 90 days from the time that they were submitted by a user. You can learn more in the Help Center. This is the important part, 90 days from the time that was submitted by a user. So oftentimes we leave the leads inside of Facebook thinking that it's a repository, thinking it's a place where you can leave your leads, but that's not the case. After 90 days, those leads go away. So make sure that you download your leads right away and of course act on them, call them, email them, text them, whatever modes of communicating you're using with those leads, but also don't leave them here because they go away. So if you've run lead campaigns in the past and had some great success thinking, well, I'm just gonna leave them there and I'll come back to them whenever I want to reach out to them again. If it's beyond those 90 days, just know that they're gone. So make sure that you're downloading all of your leads at once. Now from here we're gonna get to our ads manager, and it's very tempting to go over here to the ad center. The ad center is not your ads manager. In fact, you're gonna see that I've run zero ads from this ad center because this is just boosting your post. This isn't necessarily an authentic ad. So you see here, really there's not much any action because I haven't done anything with this. This is not our ads manager. We're gonna go to this drop down arrow and manage our ads. One quick favor before continuing, please be sure to hit the like button so this video's reach is magnified and others benefit. Also, don't forget to enroll in my free Facebook ads course, link in description. So this is our ads manager and where you're gonna create all of your campaigns. When we go to create, you're gonna see the 11 objectives that I was mentioning earlier: the brand awareness, reach, traffic engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages, conversions, catalog sales, and then we're gonna see, just to show you, the store traffic campaign. Now with the ad that we're gonna run today, we are gonna run we're gonna run a special housing. So we're gonna run a housing type of ad, create a campaign for ads in a special ad category. A special ad category pertains to anybody running employment, credit, and housing type of ads. So here you see what that means. You see housing, ads for real estate listings and so on. Employment, ads for job offers and so on. Credit, ads for credit card offers and so on. So whenever you select the special ad category, you're limited in your targeting. So here on the left hand side you see the campaign, which is basically the objective that you're selecting, and it's going to give Facebook, the Facebook Ads Manager, directives on how to set up your ad sets on the back end. It's going to limit some options whenever you're selecting the type of ad to run, and then you're going to create your ad over here. So we're going to go through this progression as we continue to click continue. You're going to see us move down this journey. So we're going to create this lead generation campaigns. Let's read. Drive more sales leads such as email addresses from people interested in your brand or business. So we're going to go to lead generation. We're not going to worry about naming the campaign at the moment. Just want to show you the complete functionality and everything that you need to do to launch effective lead generation campaigns. And optimizing campaign budget optimization. Optimizing from the campaign level is something that is relatively new to Facebook. It didn't used to be this way. That now they're making more of a conscientious effort of doing your optimization at the campaign level rather than the ad set level. This works very similarly now to how Google works. So if you've run Google ads in the past or YouTube ads in the past, that's how they budget from the campaign level. You let them know how much you're going to spend at the campaign level rather than the ad set level. Now, you still have the functionality of selecting that at the ad set level today, but that is going away, so just be aware of that. At the moment, let me move myself. At the moment that I toggle this back on, we are optimizing from the campaign level. So here we're telling Facebook how much we want to spend in our campaign versus the moment that we toggle that switch on. Had we not done that, we would be asked this question on budget here at the ad set level. So to get accustomed to it, we're actually going to do the optimization from the campaign level since it is the future of Facebook ads. All right, so we're going to go with campaign budget. We're going to do $100 per day. Campaign bid strategy, lowest cost versus the cost cap, control your costs getting, oops, let me move myself. Control your costs while getting the most value of your results from the budget and other options. What I recommend here is leaving it at low cost, and it's going to say if you change your campaign bid strategy, it will reset any bidding strategy amounts you entered. So we hadn't changed any of that there, so we're in no danger there. All right, let's continue. Again, this is where you would name your ad set, and my suggestions here are that you label your ad set based off of who you're targeting. So this is what we're about to do right now. All right, choose the Facebook page you want to promote. You've accepted Facebook leads ads terms for this page. Since you are keeping people here and collecting their information from here, they do need to see a privacy policy. That's the URL that I was mentioning earlier on in this video. And with you accepting these privacy these terms by Facebook, you're asserting that you understand the privacy policy and the implications with that. Dynamic creative is a form of split testing that you can do. We're not going to toggle this switch at the moment, but well, actually, I'll just X out of it. I was going to show you what it looked like from turning it on. It's not going to do anything here. It's going to change the ad template down here. So we're not going to toggle that today. All right, so when it comes to the audience, this is one of the key differences that happens whenever you're doing a special ad category. So whenever you're running an ad in the special ad category, you don't have the option of using a saved audience here. You do still maintain the option of using a custom audience, and you are also able to use a special form of a lookalike audience, which is called a special ad audience. It works similar to a lookalike audience, but with less demographic information or insights whenever you're selecting the special ad audience. We're not gonna worry about that today. Now we are going to look at the locations. You're able to target people based off of everyone in this location, people who live in this location, people who were recently in this location, and people traveling in this location. So there's different benefits to each of these. However, most of the marketing that you're going to do is based off of people who live in this location. That's the reason that you selected an area to begin with. So today we're going to go over to San Antonio and market there. Another distinction between a special ad audience or a special ad category is that you're starting with the 15-mile radius. Now, if you're not running one of those three categories, credit, employment, and housing, you don't have to worry about this. You're going to have actually more fine information or more dialed in information where you're going to start at a 10-mile radius and you're able to drop pins around the city or around the neighborhood that you want to target. So you have a lot more control when it comes to targeting. Since we're running an ad in the special ad category, we lose a little bit of that targeting. Again, the zip code selection is not available because we're in the special ad category. Ages is locked in. Gender is locked in. Languages, we are able to select languages. So we're going to go with English here. And then detailed targeting, the demographics for the most part have gone away. The interest still remains, and behaviors for the most part have gone away in this special ad category. Reminder, credit, employment, housing. I'm going to keep saying that. So credit, employment, housing, those are in the special ad category. If you're not running those types of ads, then you can still target people based off of their income, target people based off of if they're parents or if they're not parents, the ages of their children, and so on and so forth. So for our purposes today, we're going to say people that are interested in Zillow is who we're going to target. And you saw the potential reach drop down from over 1 million. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but over 1 million down to 370,000 people, which is still a substantial amount of folks. You can narrow down the audience as well. So you can have an and feature, if you will. So those of you that are familiar with Excel, you can go with people that are interested in Zillow and Trulia. Those combining the two. And you saw the potential reach drop from 370 to 170 there. And you can continue narrowing down based off of whatever you're targeting. Here, this is more of a real estate ad, so that's why we are filtering the way that we are. All right, in the connections tab, you're going to see reach people who have a specific kind of connection to your page, app, or event. This will narrow your audience to include only people with a specific connection who also meet the other targeting categories that you selected. So this doesn't negate what you see up here. It's more of a complement to what you selected up here. That's what the bottom part is saying. With the specific connections who also meet the other targeting categories you've selected. So here you can select people who like your page. So if you have a substantial audience into the thousands of millions, then that would make more sense. Friends of people who like your page. I use this frequently whenever I'm trying to grow the brand and the reach of friends of people that already like the page. And then exclude people who like your page. And I use this again as well, meaning I'm going out there and getting new people. I'm excluding the people who like my page and may fall in these demographics. But the reason I exclude them is, again, I want to see more of a reach. And then the rest has to do with apps, events, which works basically the same thing as Facebook pages, just a different way to segment your connections. When we get to placements, show your ads to the right people in the right places, automatic placements. When you leave this toggled on, you're advertising everywhere that is checked off. This is a lead ad, so you're not going to have access to you're not going to have access to search, you're not going to have access to messages, you're not going to have access to apps and sites when it comes to placement. So automatic placement has all of those options that you just saw selected. I recommend that you scale back a little bit. And the reason for that is because a feed operates different than a story, and because of dimensions, because of motivation of people being on the platform. So I suggest whenever you're running a Facebook ad as an example, to go ahead and leave Facebook newsfeed on. And even if you want to advertise on Facebook stories, I suggest that you run a campaign only leaving this on, adjust your ad copy and your image to where it fits perfectly, and then copy that campaign and then run another ad only leaving Facebook stories on. So you're split testing, and the reason you're split testing is you want to maximize your spend, but also you want your stories to present better, as your stories are more vertical. So as you can see here, we recommend full screen vertical. You see the differences between Facebook newsfeed and stories. So we're going to leave Facebook newsfeed on. We're going to unselect in-stream, and same thing with in-article. We'll leave all mobile devices on. If we were running an app as an example, if we were running a promotion for an app, then we would toggle this on, as people will download mobile apps most frequently when they are on Wi-Fi. So you have that capability here. Now on to optimization and spending controls. The optimization is going to be for leads. So if you're running a traffic campaign or a conversion campaign, you'd be optimizing for something different. But here you're optimizing for people giving you their information. Cost control, we don't have an option on there. Schedule, run my ad set continuously starting today. And then the rest don't necessarily worry about. Now, this is where, how do we not select it? Over here in the campaign setting, how do we not selected the campaign optimization? We would be seeing a budget here. We would be seeing how much to spend here. We would be saying, hey, spend $100 or $20 a day. This is where we would have the option. But remember, we're now optimizing over at the campaign level rather than the ad set level. All right, continue. Now the identity, you're going to place what page you're advertising from. Now this is locked in because you selected your Facebook page over here at the very top, if you remember. So here where it says page, that's where you selected the page. And if you're running ads over an Instagram, you can connect your Instagram account, or you don't have to. Just it's an option. People think that you have to connect your Instagram account. You don't, but it is preferable that you do. And when it comes to format, you have the carousel option, which gives you the option of embedding several images and several videos. And I mean, here you can add some more, so you can have 5 cards if you want, which is pretty neat. You would insert your image or select your video and slideshow, write a brief headline and then a description, and you're on your way. Then write another unique one. So with real estate, what's neat about this is if you're highlighting a neighborhood, then you can highlight different aspects of the neighborhood. Here you can highlight a park, you can highlight a certain type of builder that may be in the area, you can highlight restaurants in the area. It's a great way to introduce your neighborhood. And if you're selecting, let's say, new construction, then you're able to select individual models to give people options. If people are interested in single story versus 2 stories, or homes that have pools, things of that nature, you have kind of like a mini search, if you will, and a mini MLS within Facebook, and you can create that experience for your users, which is rather powerful. And then when you select single image or videos, you're able to select a image, you're able to select a video. You're also able to create a slideshow which has some templates attached to it. So here you see the differences. Your templates are pre-built with mobile best practices in mind to help boost ad performance. Just choose and add your own images and text in the next step. So you see here, it doesn't feel like a singular image, because it's a compilation of the two. And there's a little bit of movement, although not that much, but there's a bit of movement and creates that dynamic feel of your ad. You see the dimensions over here. So since we're running a feed, a square is fine. Now, if we're running a story ad, then you see the differences. You see the clear differences right here. If we select the square, check out how it looks. But if we go to vertical, it presents much different. Had we run the same type of ad, let's say a square, in the stories mode, then you would have that empty gap above and below the template that you select. So that's pretty powerful. And then you can create a video as well. So you have the different options to create some video, which this is actually using one of the videos already, so it's a bad example. But you would add images here and it would create a template. You're seeing it navigate over here. So again, motion. That's what you're creating. You're creating a dynamic feel for your audience. But for our example, we're going to go with add an image, and I'm just going to select, let's just say, this image right here. I'll move myself. Continue. All right, and now you're looking at the primary text. So we'll put something like buy this house. You're gonna start seeing the preview on the right hand side, and you can go very long form. And when I say long form, that means the amount of text that you can put. You can add a lot of text. You can add a lot of text to your ad copy. It's not showing it there because it identifies that there's a huge gap. However, know that you're able to embed a long type of message if you so choose. And then the headline you're going to see down here. And the description is going to go right below your headline. Now, it's important along the way to add some calls to action. It's important that people know what the next step is, what your whole reason for advertising is. People are going to see the ad, but they need a bit of encouragement and guidance on what needs to happen next. Or do you want them to click somewhere? Do you want them to call somewhere? Do you need them to do something? I mean, what is the call to action that you're providing? All right, and then these are the forms that we saw already on the publishing side, but what we're going to do now is we're going to create a new form, so you see how to create it from this side. Now, you could have created on that publishing side where we just saw how to look for your leads, download your leads, and create your form. But here you can also do it within the campaign itself, which will be saved over in your publishing. So they work both ways. I'm gonna name this new form, go to settings, and I'm gonna open the form configuration. Your ad can be shared and anyone can submit this form. I like to leave it open so people that are either friends or a sphere or know the company, they're able to share the post and I get organic traffic that way. So that's why you want to open up and not restrict it. All right, and then on the form type, you see more volume versus higher intent. The difference being is on higher intent, you add a review step that gives people a chance to confirm their information. So essentially it's a two-step confirmation. I hardly ever use this. I can't think of a time that I have actually. So I would suggest that you go with more volume, but you know your business. So would you rather have more leads or less leads that are perceived to be quality, if you will? I don't necessarily buy into that, but again, I would suggest that you go with more volume, but to each their own. Use a form that's quick to fill out and submit a mobile device. This is, well, I'll show you that here in a little bit. Intro, you have the headline text over here. Headline. I highly encourage you to use the same image from your ad. That way you're consistent throughout, but you can upload a different image if you would like. And then you can do a paragraph here, write a paragraph or give some additional reasons for them to give you their contact information, or you can turn this into a bullet point. So you can have reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. So you see a little list, makes it a little bit easier to read and more succinct that way. With the questions, this is what you're collecting information on. When you see here, we're asking for the email and we're asking for the full name. But you can ask for many different things. You can ask for their phone number, their street address, city, state, province, country, postcode, zip code. This is what I was alluding to earlier in the video, where if they provided, the people that click on this ad, if they provided their information to Facebook, it's going to pre-populate here. So there's a huge convenience component to this. Now, if they didn't provide it to Facebook, then it's not going to pre-populate. They're going to have to do that themselves. But any little bit helps. That makes it easier for the consumer to give you their contact information. When it comes to user information, the reason it's grayed out is because we're asking for the full name already. But you can ask for the first name or last name, demographic questions, date of birth, gender, marital status, relationship status, military status. So if you're running, let's say, VA loans, that would be something cool to ask. Work information, job title, work phone number, work email, company name. So if you're running more of a B2B business and type of ad, national ID number. You can see it's limited to mostly South American countries. And then you can ask a custom question, short form, multiple choice, conditional, appointment scheduling. So it gets pretty dynamic rather quickly. So here, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to add a new question. Now I'm going to add a phone number. I want their phone number and then I just want their first name. Now, careful with only asking the first name because some CRMs don't allow that. They want the first and last name. So whenever you're doing a connection between Facebook and your CRM, you may be left with an empty field or an error message. So just giving you a heads up as an example, if you're connecting KV Core, they do ask you through Zapier, they do ask you to select the first name, the first field, and then also what you want that second field to be. So be careful with that, and know how to work around that. And one of the ways that I work around that is I only ask for the first name because it gives me more leads. So I value that. But with the automation on Zapier, I just put Facebook as the last name because again, I want more results rather than making a little button work over on Zapier to make my automation run. All right, so privacy policy, this is that famous URL that I was mentioning, the one URL that you're gonna need. Oops. So we just put privacy policy there, and then we just put the URL here. And that's all you need there. You can add a custom disclaimer, but I don't do that. And then thank you screen. Thanks, you're all set. Your info has been sent to Echo blah blah blah. So what I do here is check your email. The information is waiting for you. And whatever that information was, whatever you're delivering, whatever you offered, you would send it to their email rather than deliver it right here. And on the website, website, you can redirect them to any website. You can direct them over to your MLS. You can redirect them over to a single property website. You can redirect them back to the privacy policy. You can redirect them over to your Facebook business page. You really don't need it just depends what your motives are, what you want to accomplish, but you can redirect them anywhere. So I could very much redirect them straight back and not worry about it. Now, a suggestion here would be when they submit their information, I would suggest that you use a website that has a Facebook pixel, so you're able to retarget them if they click through after they submit their information. Sure, you have their information, but let's just say they went ahead and gave you a wrong information. They gave you a wrong email, a wrong phone number. Well, here on the website, whenever they click on that, there's no real way for them to hide what they're doing. So you're able to track them from that Facebook pixel and run an ad to them again. Yes, they may have given you wrong information, but it's powerful to continue being in front of people, especially as they become more and more attuned to your brand. And then at that point, all you have to do is press save. Let's see our error message. Form name already exists. Okay, we're just gonna change it to save. Everything is saved. Finish. Everything is green. And then at this point, it's already selected. Make sure that your Facebook pixel is working. And then I'll move myself one last time. Press confirm. And you have a working lead generation ad. Well, this is how you create Facebook lead ads in a complete step-by-step tutorial. If you found value in this video, please be sure to subscribe so we can talk again soon.